Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Sunil Tulsiani. Sunil is a former police officer turned real estate mogul, #1 best-selling author and top international speaker. He's also the founder of the private investment club, North America's elite real estate investment club. As an international speaker, Sunil has shared stages with Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, Sharma, Robert G. Allen, Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, Kevin Harringtonand, and many more. Stay tuned. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest coming on the show today, a personal friend and a great entrepreneur, real estate mogul, Sunil Tulsiani. So stay tuned. I just want to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Dreamweaver Artist Ranch. We are streaming live on MSPnewsglobal.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're also streaming through the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes, going out to Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, Roku, and many more. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Sunil Tulsiani. Hey, Sunil, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Hey, thank you, Mark. It's good to see you again. I've been with your media outlets several times in the past, and so thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure having a conversation with you, Sunil. I've lost count now how many times I've actually interviewed you on various platforms, and it's always a great conversation. I know who you are, Sunil. I'm very familiar with your story and how you have come from a hardship background and really built a great business, and how you serve others as well. But just for anyone out there who may not have heard of you, not know of you, just share a little bit about your background and past that has led you to do what you do today.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much. I was born in a very poor family, originally from India, and I migrated to Toronto in 1981, and brought up in a family where basically talked about how we don't have enough, money's a bad thing, and always talking about scarcity. Money was always an issue in our family from a point of view. When I say issue, I mean lack of money was an issue. And also, we wanted money, but also money was seen as a bad thing to have. We never talked about money and a lot of that stuff. So I grew up in Toronto, became a police officer, went from being a uniform officer to becoming a police detective to becoming a police negotiator. And finally, I became a platoon commander. And approximately 17, 18 years ago, my wife comes to me and says, we're going to have a divorce. We had 2 kids. We still have 2 kids. And I had to make a decision between staying at the profession that I was at, which is the police department, or save my family. Well, most of you now know that I chose to stay with the family and leave the police force. And I was a very shy guy, very introvert. Never ever in my entire life would I ever thought that I would become this international well-known speaker or a #1 best-selling author of many books, as you see in the back. But I was very shy, and one of the benefits of leaving the police force, which was my comfort zone, leaving the comfort zone and coming into this, is I've been able to now founded the the largest elite real estate club, which is called Private Investment Club in North America. And now we have helped many people become wealthy millionaires and multimillionaires. And so not only have I been very successful in business and in real estate, but I've been able to help other businesses monetize, go to the next level. We're talking about speakers, authors, coaches, mentors. And now I produce events, life-changing events, even during the COVID-19. Today, this being October of 2021, we still produce really, really interactive, entertaining, as well as inspiring and strategizing events online, and people from all over the world join us to go to the next level. Our goal is to make 100 millionaires and multimillionaires. And my friend Kevin Harringtonand of Shark Tank has joined hands in helping me do that, as well as Robert Allen, as well as Jack Canfield, and our good friend Brian Tracy as well.
Firstly, I've been lucky enough to meet all your family and have lunch and dinner with them, Sunil. You are a real family man. You put on the most incredible events as well. I've been fortunate to have spoke on a couple of your stages now. You always get the best in the best in the best. And I'm always admire the kind of level of people that you get on your platforms. It's really inspiring. We've had a tough couple of years though, haven't we, Sunil, with the pandemic?
Yeah, they were tough for many, many people. And one of the reasons that I'm putting up the post-pandemic wealth event, I know we're going to talk about this Saturday, is that it is true that majority of the people had a very tough 2 years, but there are some group of people, small group of people, let's just say, entrepreneurs, real estate investors, business owners, that had the best time in the last 2 years because they knew how to pivot, how to get into businesses that are slated to generate massive incomes, as well as invest in real estate in a way that is going to generate massive amount of money during the uncertain times. Now, we've been very lucky in real estate. Prices have gone up during these 2 years, basically, or a year and a half. But yes, it's been very tough for majority of the people. What I deal with, people that I deal with, I'm dealing with people who say, I don't want to be part of that majority group. I want to be part of that minority group that actually ends up making tons of money during the uncertain time. When I was talking to Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad the other day, he said, before he said this on publicly on YouTube, he said that he made more money in 2008 and 2009 than his entire life, just in that time when the market had crashed. And so I want that to happen for a lot of people, because I started in 2005 when I left the police force, and 2005 to 2008 generated millions of dollars. Then 2008, I lost it all because it was a big crash and a lot of things that were going on. And, you know, I had not experienced a crash. So people who have not experienced a crash or don't remember the crash need to know the majority of people during the crash will lose not only their livelihood sometimes and their businesses and cash flow, but even all the money that they have worked for sometimes can be lost completely, which I am an example of that. But then there are people on the other side that generate more money than ever in the past when the things were, let's call it, good.
I agree totally. That shows having resilience in losing it all and then winning it all back, that there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. But if you're more educated in the beginning and you have as much knowledge as possible, there are ways to save you having to make bad mistakes along the way. So Tell us about your event that you have put on for this Saturday, Post-Pandemic Wealth. It's on October the 23rd and it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tell us a little bit about the event, Sunil.
Yes, so what's happening is post-pandemic wealth is exactly what we just talked about. There are many people who are saying, okay, so far real estate has gone up. So far, the government has been, especially in North America and other places, they're printing money. The interest rates have dropped so low, and somehow the government has been able to help a lot of people generate cash flow or give money to have cash flow. And so people have been wondering what will happen in 2022, and especially beginning of 2022. How does an individual, a business owner, entrepreneur, and real estate investor, what do they do differently? What kind of things they could be doing now and in the near future to be those small group of people? So when I was talking to a legendary Brian Tracy, who has helped millions of people become millionaires, he's going to be there live, and he's going to talk about, what do you do during these uncertain times? Now, like I said, real estate has gone up and it's keep going up. So the question is it going to keep going up, or is it going to crash? And if it's going to crash, what are you supposed to do right now? And if it keeps going up, what should you be doing? What if you're a speaker, author, a marketer, an accountant, a real estate investor, agent, mortgage broker? What should you be doing right now so you're not priced out of the market, or you're taken out of the market and be part of that big group that's going to lose money, and then be part of the small group that's going to generate? So I'm going to talk about, in post-pandemic era, what businesses are slated to generate massive amounts of money. How do you raise money for your idea, for your real estate, for your businesses that you want to grow to the next level? What if you have a great idea, or you always wanted to have, you want to do something, but you don't have the money or capital to do that? How do you raise that during this time? And then my good friend Robert Allen, who changed my life because I took his course and I paid $5,000 for his course, changed my life completely. He's going to talk about how do you get access, how do you find properties below market value, especially if you don't have a lot of money, if you have very little money. You see, I didn't have a lot of money, and I ended up generating almost $1 million in my first year after leaving the police force, because I never believed that you can actually invest in real estate if you don't have money. And now, not only have I been able to do it, but hundreds of my students have been able to do that. So we're going to talk about some of those strategies of how can you do that right now in post-pandemic wealth.
It seems like a great time because we're coming through the pandemic a little bit. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but then here in the UK, the numbers of infections are going back up again. They're saying they're not going to lock us down, but there's a lot of opportunity. So if we come to events like this now, it's a great time to really start afresh, get new ideas, really get knowledge. And also you mentioned about the banks printing money and things like that. There could be another crash, Sunil, as well. So it's really important that people get educated with the best knowledge now so that it will see them through into the new future that we're all heading to. You talk about Brian Tracy, who is very, very well known. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Brian Tracy.
Yeah, so Brian Tracy, I have some of the business legends who have changed my life when and I used to follow them. I still follow them. I used to read their books. We're talking about all these people, and one of the people that I followed a lot was Brian Tracy from a business perspective. And Brian and I have become good friends over the last 8 or 10 years or so. I have his cell phone number. We talk, we do business together. We're partners. He's a member of my club as well as Robert Allen is a member. Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup, he's a member, as well as Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank. So Brian is coming because he's a friend, and he's also a member, and he is a person that has seen, at his age, he's seen the crashes several times, the times when things go bad, and he's seen that, and he's helped people time and again and again. And this is one of those times where we need people like Brian to come in and say, what do we do right now? So it's not only what I am doing, not only what some of the other successful people, but what are some of the legends? What are they doing right now? And this is the most important. See, the thing is, good thing about a live virtual event, which is this one, is that you can join us from anywhere in the world as long as you have a phone or a computer and an internet. And you're in UK, you're a member of my club. And what happens is, whether you're in UK, you're in Europe, Asia, North America, or anywhere in the world, come to this event, even if you have very little money. Maybe you have very little, you think that you have very little hope. Maybe you're trying to raise money for your cause, and maybe you want to grow your business to the next level. Maybe you want to meet some of the amazing people. Yes, see, the amazing part about being at these events like that, you get to see some of these people and then follow up with them afterwards and connect with them. Maybe you want to raise money. Maybe you want to partner up with some of these people. And so being there will inspire you, because you'll see other people doing well. Being there will give you some strategies, and also what should you be doing now comes from not your buddies, not from necessarily from your friends or your family members who may not have the results that you're looking for. But you talked about, Mark, the training, learning, but the most important part about learning is, who is the learning coming from? Is the learning coming from somebody who hasn't done it or somebody who has done it? So all three of us, Robert Allen, Brian Tracy, myself, of course, Brian and Robert have been there for a lot longer than I have been. But I've been very, very fortunate and blessed to be successful in good times, bad times, not so good times, all that kind of stuff. So learn from people who have done what you want to do is really, really, really important.
And the networking side of your events is really, really valuable. Like I've mentioned previously, I have networked at your events, spoke on your stages, made thousands of dollars. You can really connect with high-level people, or even people that are new budding entrepreneurs looking to build their profile. So it's a great place to meet friendships, build business, get clients, and really get great knowledge as well. You've talked about Brian a little bit. Let's talk about Robert G. Allen and what he has to offer as well, Sunil.
Robert Allen is actually a gentleman who changed my life, because when I left the police force, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I couldn't just leave my job, secure job, and I didn't know what business to get in. I didn't know anything like that. So I actually took his real estate course, about 16 years ago. And that course changed my life completely. He's the original real estate guru from US, before Kiyosaki's and before Grant Cardone, before all the other ones. He from the 70s. He's the original nothing down guru, talking about how do you invest in real estate nothing down. So initially I thought he was crazy, because I thought it doesn't work. But then I took his course and it changed my life. Then I helped change a lot of people's lives. And now Bob and I have become good friends. And he's going to be talking about how do you find discounted properties now, because, everything is hot, especially in Canada, United States, and some of the other places, even in UK. As soon as you put up the property for sale, people were overbidding, all that. What, can you still find good deals? And the answer obviously is yes. And so he's going to talk about how do you do that now.
And there is no excuse for anyone not to attend this event, because Sunil is giving free tickets. So go to postpandemicwealth.com. That's postpandemicwealth.com. Postpandemicwealth.com. I will add the link in the comment section, and it will also be in the status part of this interview, so you can click on and grab a free ticket easily. It's this Saturday. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. It's great for speakers, authors, coaches, real estate investors, people in entrepreneurship, business owners. Who else is this event good for? I think I've covered pretty much all of it.
Yeah, you did. Hey, if you're a real estate agent, if you are a mortgage broker, and if you're in any type of business where you sell your services, like marketing services or any online services, it's a place for you to be there. Don't miss it. It's going to be the last big event of Private Investment Club, and I promise you this: it's going to be the best real estate and business event of 2021 with Robert Allen, Brian Tracy, and yours truly. We're going to be there, and it is for your future, post-pandemic wealth. Just show up, and thanks to our sponsors. We have a lot of sponsors. Thanks to our sponsors, we're going to be giving away over $25,000 in cash and gift certificates, gold notes, coins, educational materials to be gifted during the training on that day. So I really want you to show up, postpandemicwealth.com. It is this Saturday starting at 1 p.m. Toronto time or Eastern Standard Time. Join me from anywhere in the world. We're going to have a lot of people actually join us from Canada, United States, UK, Europe, and basically Asia, all over the world.
They're always global events, Sunil. My last question, I was going to say you normally give away lots of different prizes, but also we have mentioned Sunil Tulsiani, Robert G. Allen, and Brian Tracy, but I know your events normally have a lot more going on than just 3 speakers. You must have some surprises in store as well, Sunil.
Yes, and show up. We'll show you the surprises. It's going to really, seriously, everybody, guys, ladies, doesn't matter what age you are, doesn't matter if you're thinking of doing this full-time, part-time. Maybe you're thinking about getting into a business part-time or full-time. Maybe you're thinking of quitting your job. Maybe you're thinking, maybe you lost your job already, and maybe you see writing on the wall that you're about to lose your job. Or you have a job, but you want to do something part-time, real estate, business, and all that stuff. Show up at this event. It's going to be, like I said, the best real estate and business event of 2021. It will be life-changing.
Grab your free ticket at postpandemicwealth.com. That's postpandemicwealth.com. Sunil, thank you so much for coming on to the Brilliance Business TV show again. It's been an absolute pleasure having a conversation with you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you everyone for watching Brilliance Business TV. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye-bye.